So for the first tips for Niang, since her follow-up attack is all based on liquor, we would want to gain as much liquor as possible, and the only incantation that she can use to gain liquor is from Baijiu Ladle, and that is her S2, so she can gain 3 stacks of liquor. So the first tips here would suggest that you use S2 every single round in order to get more liquor. And when you are using S2, so for tips 2, because S2 is a self-channeling skill, she will enter a channeling status, preventing her from using any other incantation as well as ultimate. So do not use S2 as the first skill if you are planning to use her other incantation. Okay, so you want to use ultimate, use S1, then only you use S2. In that case, you will be able to cast everything. And for tips 3, because you want to use S2 often, you would want to go with first melody. So you can reset the incantation and ensure that Jiunyangzi are able to use S2 every round. So for tips 4, it is regarding her Euphoria, and with her Euphoria, she gained a new buff known as Sublime Flow. So Sublime Flow provides incantation might plus 3% up to 12 stacks, so that's 36%. And then for ultimate might 4% up to 48%. So you would want to use ultimate when Sublime Flow is at 12 stacks. Not only for the ultimate might, but there's actually one more condition, which if you look into her ultimate, at the bottom here it says after casting, gain a number of liquor stacks equal to the number of Sublime Flow stacks. So if you have 12 Sublime Flow stacks, you will gain 12 liquor. That 12 liquor will provide a boost of liquor to Jiunyangzi, allowing her to do all the follow-up attack without fully consuming liquor. So this will ensure you maximize the damage output from Jiunyangzi. So the question is that when exactly will the stacks hit 12 stacks? Okay, so here I want to do a demonstration. Because once you hit 12 stacks, any more extra Sublime Flow that you may generate will not be counted. Okay, so she cannot maintain full stacks of Sublime Flow every single round. There will be some round that is lower, some round that is higher. So here I want to show it to you. First of all, if you are playing normally or you are using her best in slot team, like the one I'm having right now, Pickles, Fortitude, and Flutter Page, you will only be able to get up to 12 stacks of Sublime Flow at round 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and so on, every 3 rounds. So you would want to use your ultimate every 3 rounds to maximize the damage. Okay, so here I'm going to show you. Okay, so again you use S1 before S2, because if you use S2 first it will cancel S1. So now I gain 2 Sublime Flow, and just now Pickle did a follow-up attack, so that's 1 Sublime Flow, so I got 3 now. Okay, you can see it from the little sword icon buff. So at the end of round, based on the number of liquor she gained due to the different buff the party has, she also gained the same number of Sublime Flow. Okay, so now I have 7, right? So now I have 7 stacks, and then now it's it's round 2. I'm going to move one of this incantation. Okay. Okay, the reason why I'm moving this, I will explain it later during her rotation. But I need to do it in order to get her ultimate by round 3. Okay, that is the reason, right? You will want to move the incantation in order to get her ultimate. So now round 3, you have 12 Sublime Flow right now. See, 12 Sublime Flow. And then you can just go ultimate. So with this, first of all, the first ultimate she used, she definitely will not have enough liquor stacks in order to trigger the penetration rate, 100%. Okay, is not going to be possible. But subsequent ultimate will be, because you gain the boost of liquor like up to 18 when the first time you use it. So subsequently you should have enough. Okay, provided that you still use S2 every round. Okay, so let us look at the liquor stack after this. Okay, she has just consumed like, I don't know, quite a lot of liquor stacks. So she may not have that many now, but still it will be pretty high. Okay, so now she have 13 stack of liquor. So it's still very high, even if she have consumed a lot just now. So she still have very high stack of liquor, which is enough for her to reach round 6 and still having a lot of liquor. One thing, the Sublime Flow. So after that, even though last round we did so many follow-up attack, the stack of Sublime Flow reduced. Because like I say, we hit 12 stacks in round 3, but whatever follow-up attacks or anything that provides Sublime Flow during round 3 is not taken into account. So the Sublime Flow in round 1 expires. So now we only have 7 stacks left. Okay? Right? So here I want you to pay attention to the Sublime stacks again. Okay. So here you would want to put, so this is tips number 5. If you want to try to get to 12 stacks of Sublime Flow within the same round, then you should put Niang to S2 right at the end. So there's a possibility that you will get 12 Sublime Flow when using the channel status, and that would trigger additional. Okay, that would trigger additional attack. However, if you can't, then there is no additional attack, which in this case that I just showed you, I wasn't able to do that. Okay, so here I'm going to show it to you. Sublime Flow is back to 7 stacks. So why is that so? Even in the last round, I was able to do a lot of follow attack. So perhaps at the end, I reach maybe 12 stacks. Let's say if I actually able to reach 12 stacks, but now during round 5, the stacks from round 2 expires. So it's gone. So now I start off with 7 stacks. So you can see this is actually kind of impossible to hit 12 stacks in between round 3, 6, 9, and 12. So now that I have gained 7 stacks from the previous round, so this round I'm going to gain another 5 stacks. So by round 6, I will get 12 stacks of Sublime Flow. So again, I want to show that to you. Hopefully the boss doesn't die. Okay, that would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I should have 11 stacks plus whatever I get at the end, so it's 12 stacks. So now this is 12 stacks, and unfortunately I forgot to move Chilneon's incantation, but this is the time where I get her ultimate again. So you use the ultimate and then you get 12 stacks of liquor, but you see she already has 15 stacks plus 12. She's going to continue accumulating liquor, so you don't have to worry about it. Even using the ultimate will consume the liquor, but she will get more than that. All right, so this is tips 4 and 5. So 5, just now I mentioned that if you want to get more Sublime stacks early, in order to get like maybe during round 2, round 3, round 5, round 6, all having 12 stacks of Sublime Flow, it is not impossible. You just need a team that does a lot of follow-up attack. So some of you have probably known because I shared the video regarding Jay and Bebel. So Jay Bebel can do a lot of attack to the point that you can, right? You can gain a high stack of Sublime Flow right from the start. Okay, so now let me demonstrate this to you. Okay. So as usual, I'm gonna 1, 2. Okay. Alright, so now 4 Sublime stacks. And then Jay is going to counter. And Bebels also did a follow-up attack. So now I have 6. Jay is going to do 2 times. 7, 8. Bebel again, that's 9. 10. 11. And end of round, again, some more stacks. So that would be 12. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so that's 11. So now 11 is okay because now if I use this, I will gain 2, right? So remember I told you just now, like if you are counting for the Sublime, you are counting the Sublime stacks and you want to hit 12 by the time you use this. Yeah, so that's why I suggest that you can use this right at the end. But now since I have 11, I might as well just use it because 11 plus 2, is it 2 or is it 3? 2 stacks of Sublime Flow, that will be 12. So instantly I will do a follow-up as 1. So I'm going to show that to you. Okay. Okay. So now 12, then I do a follow-up as 1. See? So if you are bringing a team that does a lot of follow-up attack, you can get 12 stacks of Sublime Flow right from the start. So in that case, instead of round 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18, you can get 12 stacks of Sublime Flow, which allows Jonelsa to cast additional S1 every time she uses her S2 at round 2, round 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, and 18. Alright? So, yep. Tips 4 and 5. So tip 6 is about Chionyancha's rotation. Let me change back to the team. And I'm going to remove her resonance so that she do very low damage so that the enemy doesn't just die. Okay? Alright. So let's begin. Okay. So now for her rotation, as showcased just now, we would want to get her ultimate by round 3. Here. So you will want to move 1 incantation and then you attack. Alright, so this will allow her to gain her ultimate in the next round. There we go. Okay, from here on, there are 2 ways to play. 9字. And this really depends on how and what you want to do. So the first one is to fully focus on 9字 as your main DPS, right? So you would want to get her ultimate by round 6. So 1, 2, this will give you 1 Moxie. So at round 4, you use another 2 incantation. That will give another 2 Moxie. And in another 2 rounds, in another round, round 5, you use S1 and S2 again, and that will give you another 2 Moxie. So by round 6, you can get her ultimate. So you keep rotating through the same thing. Ultimate plus 1 incantation. Then the next 2 rounds, 2 incantation. So by the 3rd round, you can use the ultimate again. However, there's another way to play this. If you are not too... because 9字 now can release all her follow-up even without really acting. Okay? Because now if your teammate attacks, she also do bottoms up follow-up attacks. Okay? So in that case, she can have a more passive role. You don't have to reset incantation so much. You don't have to keep on attacking so much. So it becomes a bit easier to play, and you can even slot another DPS unit if you want to, or another unit that's very AP hungry but would contribute a lot to the team. You can put them in with 9字. No problem. But in that case, what you're going to do is you ultimate. Round 3, you ultimate. Round 4, you just use S2. Round 5, round 6, round 7, round 8, you use S2. So round 4 to round 8, that's 5 rounds. So by round 9, you will get back the ultimate. And why do I suggest this? Because at round 9, this is when your Sublime Flow will be maximum, will hit the max stacks. Because I told you, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay? So you skip 6, right? From round 4 to round 8, you just use S2. If you don't have S2, you want to use S1, that should be fine. She should have enough liquor to sustain herself. And then once you hit round 9, then you use the ultimate. And then you refresh your liquor stacks, and then you continue. Just don't do it with doing so many S1, because it will really consume the liquor stack really fast. So yeah, but within that 5 round, I think if 1 round or 2 round you are using S1, that should be fine. Okay, so here I'm going to demonstrate to you the AP hungry one. Okay, so this is the AP hungry rotation, which means by round 6 I want to get her ultimate again. Look at the amount of follow-up. Unfortunately, all those cannot really be counted in your Sublime Flow due to it being overflowed last round. So now it's still at 7 stacks. So here, I'm more concerned of my Moxie. Unfortunately, I did not get it. Which is why I say sometimes it's okay. But if this case you don't get it, you have to move the incantation. Unfortunately, again, very bad luck, but it's alright. Okay, so now round 6, I get back her ultimate. But it's also because I'm moving incantation just now, I get so much liquor stacks. So actually that's a waste of damage, but yeah. If you want to get that cheer up and, to do more damage, this is still the better rotation. It's just that it was really unfortunate that I need to move the incantation around. So if you have an opportunity to use all incantation, just do it. Okay. So again, if you notice, my Sublime Flow is at 12 stacks, right? So now I'm gonna get like 12 liquors. Consume 6, you get 12. So I get 33, and now it's at 30. and now it's at 36. Okay, so basically you follow the same rotation. Now you can use either S1 or S2. And now at round 7, Sublime Flow is reduced back to 7, which is why even though you are having this team, as long as the first round you cannot generate a lot of follow-up attacks, you won't be able to get more than one round within that 3-round rotation that you get 12 stack of Sublime Flow. Okay, it's really difficult. 1, 2, right? So here you can see basically this is what I should be doing. You use S1, S2, and then until the ultimate comes back. All right, so this is one rotation. So I'm going to exceed. For the other rotation, okay, I'm not going to show you the early part. The early part is the same, as in you would want to get the ultimate by round 3. You would really want that liquor to start with. That boost of liquor is really important to start with. So by hook or by crook, you should get at least, you know, her ultimate by round 3 so you can spam it. So here I'm going to use maybe somebody a bit more AP hungry. And who could that be? Anzhou is actually not that AP hungry because you still want to use Niang more. Someone can do a lot of follow-up attacks, so I think I'm just going to use Liang Yue here. Okay, this team definitely works. Alright, so I'll be back. Okay, so here I am with 12 stack of Sublime Flow. So I'm going to do this and do this. Right. So here the main focus is still Liang Yue. So Jiu will play more like a sub DPS role. But she will still do a lot of damage because all you need to do is just your other ally attacks and she will do the follow-up attack anyway. So you just have to ensure that she has enough liquor stacks. So all she needs to do is just use S2 every single round. Right, so now it's round 3. Technically I don't even have to use S2 in this round. But basically round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7, round 8, you use S2. Okay. Right. So this is actually a very good hand. Like I say, in between those rounds from 4 to 8, you don't necessarily need to use S1, S2. You can also use S1. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Jiu will continue doing her stuff and then she will gain 1 Moxie every round. Just ensure that by round 9 you get her ultimate again. So in order to do that, you need to use at least 1 incantation per round from round 4 to round 8. If you somewhat get it earlier, like round 8, you already got her ultimate, don't use it. Wait until the next round, round 9, only use it. Because again, you want to capitalize on the Sublime Flow stacks. You want it to be 12. Okay, so here, I'm gonna reset. Right, so okay, so she's very AP friendly and can work with other DPS as well. And here pay attention to the liquor stacks. Now it's at 12. Goes up to 14. Now back down to 13. Back down to 11. Now it's even higher, 17. Niang do follow up. Fatu do follow up. And the liquor stack keep increasing. Now she has 24 stacks. Okay, so there's no need to worry about her liquor stack at all. So all you just want to do is use one incantation per round. Okay, why I suggest you still use S2 rather than S1, because with S2 you technically still do S1 at the start of the next round. So S2 is like the same as S1, but S2 has additional liquor stack, so might as well use S2. And also provide Sublime Flow stacks, right? So S2 not only just liquor stack, but also provide Sublime Flow and provide one cheer. Okay, so definitely S2 is a way better skill to use than S1. So that's all for the rotation. Tip 7, since Niang's liquor stack is based on the number of buff, so the best teammate for her is actually Pickles, because Pickles Euphoria provide another 4 type of buff. And this 4 type of buff, let me see, where is it? Here. Okay, penetration rate, critical damage, leash rate, it doesn't overlap with any of Niang's. See, Niang's follow-up is damage reduction, damage heal, incantation might, ultimate might. So it doesn't overlap with what Pickle gives, providing her up to 8 different type of buff easily. Another good unit for buff is actually 6 collection of buff, although one of it, incantation might, overlaps with Niang's, and penetration rate overlapped with Pickles, but mental defense, relative defense, vitalize, ricochet, all those doesn't overlap. So there's another 4 different types of buff that you can gain if you have 6 in the party. And one more character that is worth mentioning here is actually Mercuria. So Mercuria only provides 2 different type of buff. One is cosmic energy on herself, and then she provide crit rate up. But this one overlaps with Pickles, okay? But one good thing about this is because if you use Niang's S2, at the start of the round, she uses S1. That S1 actually increases cosmic energy stacks. And you have Pickles in the party, Pickles does a follow-up attack. That follow-up attack is rank 2, so it increases cosmic energy as well. So you can always put Mercuria in there, and boom, you will still allow Niang to do a lot of damage. Okay, perhaps the next video I want to do is actually to compare the teammates for Niang and how much difference that they actually do. Okay, yeah. And for Sublime Flow, which is tips 8, so you want to use units that do a lot of follow-up attack in order to get a lot of Sublime Flow. But again, all you need to aim for, apart if you are using J Bebbles, that you can straight away get up to 10 stack or more during round 1. So by round 2, you can have 12 stacks of Sublime Flow. But if you are using any other team, don't stress on that. Just make sure that by round 3, you can get 12 stacks and you will be fine. So you don't technically need a full team of everyone being a follow-up attack unit. Of course, for maximum damage, with Flutterpage and Fatu, definitely that would be the best. Like you use Pickles, Flutterpage as well as Fatu. But if you don't have that, or like you use Flutterpage in another team, because Flutterpage is so universal that you use her in so many teams that she is not available with Niang. So if you want to use other choice, you can. Okay, but anyway, for those units, support unit that does follow-up attacks, Pickles, Flutterpage, J, Medicine Pocket, News Babbles, 37. Of course, 37 was one of the best pairing, but 37 kind of dropped down now. She definitely needs a Euphoria to perform as well. Then after that, Fatutu. You can even have Argus. Argus does a follow-up attack at the end. Lopera. Alright, Samurwise. So you have a lot of choice. So you can just mix it around. Oh, even Isolt. Okay, Isolt ultimate triggers a follow-up attack. At the start of the round, she does a follow-up attack. So yeah. Alright? Yeah. And if you want to, you can also use like the DPS, follow-up attack DPS, like Liang Yue, Anjonala, Lucy. And in that case, Qiuniangzi will just use one incantation every round, and you will be able to ensure everyone rotation is met. Okay, so that's all for this video on the tips for Qiuniangzi. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.